Last week, Michelle and I shared our video with a commitment that we will be sharing more videos instead of thinking that we would like to do it, but we don't because of no time, because of other excuses like strong accent and so on, or not enough skill. It was not easy to do, it was scary to talk publicly about our fears and excuses, and it was scary to commit. This video is about the next thing that holds us back from doing what we want to do because we are not yet as good as we would like to be. It's possible that this is something that you too have in your life in some area, and maybe the solution we have found is something that you might want to apply in your life as well. And the problem is comparison, how instead of being a blessing, we often turn it into a complete disaster. For example, when a person is trying to achieve something or master some skill, in our case, it's making videos that would inspire people to live better and to do what they want to do, to wake up in the morning looking forward to their day, and in the evening to go to bed being satisfied with what they did that day. And that people would do it no matter how impossible they think it is because of the conditions in their life. When we decided that we will do these videos, we looked up to people who do great videos. And of course, what we saw was how bad our videos were in comparison to the videos of pros. Even though we worked very hard and tried to figure out a lot and learned how to improve our videos, still the result was far from satisfying. Their work was beautiful, ours was not. It's the same for somebody who wants to be a musician and is not happy with the way his music sounds or how many fans he has in comparison with another musician that he admires and wants to be like. Or somebody who wants to succeed in business, but she sees how far her skills and her success are from those people in business whom she admires. On one hand, we look at the work of those who are better than us to improve our work, to gain the knowledge, but there is a high risk that at some point comparing our work with theirs makes us feel somewhat hopeless. Like seeing how far I am from that level makes me feel like maybe I don't have what it takes. Maybe no matter how much time and energy and money I invest in it, maybe I just will not reach it. When we look at our role models, we usually see everything that's great about their work. We see their success, we see their talent, we see how they manage, how they go ahead. And altogether it looks wonderful. But when we look at our work, what we are usually aware of is what's not working, what's not great, what are the mistakes, where are the failures, everything that doesn't work. And if to look at it all together, it looks like quite a disaster. And it reminds me of something that we saw a couple of weeks ago, a beautiful analogy. By the way, you already saw a few pieces of it, and if you wait a little bit more, Michelle will show you the whole beautiful picture. It was an old barn falling apart, and right next to it was a beautiful blooming white fruit tree. When I saw it, I told Michelle, when I think about our video work, what's not good enough, it's like I'm seeing it as that old barn that's hardly holding together and basically falling apart. Because I'm aware of everything that is not right and I am not sure we can make it better. And when I look at the videos of pros, I see everything that is beautiful, everything that's working. And it's like looking only at that blooming white tree. But in fact, every person and every person's work is a combination of both the old barn and the blooming tree. There are parts in our work that are like the old barn, falling apart, and there are parts that are blooming, beautiful tree. And the same about the work of people who we admire. They don't have only the beautiful parts, they also have the ugly barn parts. The reason it doesn't feel so is because when we look at the work of people we admire, of professionals, we typically see the beautiful part, what they put out, and we do not see the ugly part. What we don't see is what's behind the scenes. We do not see all the years it took them to arrive at this level. We do not see their struggles, their disappointment with themselves. We do not see the long nights and missed opportunities they too had. But when we think about our videos, we are very aware of everything that's wrong. We pay a lot of attention to what we are not happy with in our work, and that's what creates the feeling that all there is just old barn. All there is just how we don't manage. And we are not seeing the beauty that is the blooming tree in the work we put out. And here is what we decided to do instead. There is a saying that the master has failed more times than the beginner has ever tried. So it must be then that those pros whose work we admire and try to be like them, they must have also their ugly barn parts, the parts that they are not proud of. Otherwise, they would not be at the level where they are now. And the only way for us to get better is not to be ashamed or discouraged by our old barn side, but take it as a part of the process. And when we see the beautiful work of those people who are our role models, it is not to discourage ourselves, but to get inspired from it and to remind ourselves, if they can do it, we will also be able to reach that level. If they can have this great level, then we too, with enough work and time put into it, we will be able to reach that level. Our fruit tree will bloom and it will bear fruit if we constantly choose not to give in to the illusion that all there is about our work is just an old barn, and to realize that old barn is part of the process. And that's why we keep doing what we promised you in our last video, that we will share our Denler discovery journey by not allowing our thinking get into the way of doing what we love and becoming who we can really be.